disconnected.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. On my way home and see these clouds over here coming up, so I might want to skedaddle, get on down there. Well, I guess I'll turn my music off, listen to music. That's one thing cool about this headset. Let me turn this off. There, I stopped the music. So that's one thing cool about this headset is you can listen to music, and if you want a music overlay while you're riding, you can just have your music playing like off your iPhone. You can have the FM radio. I've got it connected to my iPhone, so you can have that music overlay on there while you're talking, and so that's pretty cool. But I don't actually use the music on my channel, but you can do that if you want. And if you're listening to music on this, I guess I should say this is the SENA 10C Pro, but if you're listening to music on here, you can share it, and like what I can share with my wife, we can both listen to it, and we can still talk with the music playing. So really cool. But so far this SENA 10C Pro has been awesome. I've never had an ounce of problem. If you notice, you don't see the helmet in my videos, and that's because I made a bracket myself, and I kind of scooted this thing further forward on the helmet because I didn't want it showing the helmet in the view. So I got it scooted further forward than normally where you would mount it. But it works great. But I had a 10C, and it was a great camera. I thought it was plenty good. It would do 1080p 30 frames per second. But this one, right now I'm recording 1080p and 60 frames per second. So a little better for the fast stuff with the 60 frames per second. But they've done a lot of improvements to the 10C when they came out with the Pro. We're even into the bicycling, and we had been using the SENA headsets, but we went bicycling. See, this is Monday. Yesterday we went bicycling in Rogers. There's so many trails down there, it's unreal. There's like 200 miles of paved trails and off-road trails in northwest Arkansas. This Walton Foundation building this trail system. Well, we went bicycling yesterday, and we didn't have the SENAs, so we couldn't talk back and forth very good. And you would think on a bicycle, well, you talk back and forth good anyway because you're real close. Well, that's not necessarily true. Half the time I couldn't hear what she was saying, and we were saying what, back and forth. Well, the one time we was down there, she was turned back to talk to me because I couldn't hear what she was saying. Well, she turned back to talk to me. She ran off the pavement and crashed and skinned her knee up, and skinned her up pretty good. Well, if we would have had that headset at the time, it wouldn't have happened. Well, SENA's come out with some awesome new bicycle helmets, and they make the X1, which is the lower line. It's still a great helmet, but it's like a $199 price value. And they come out with the R1 bicycle helmet. That's their top of the line, and it's like $229 for that one. But it's kind of like the cavalry helmets with the built-in intercom, and them helmets work great. I got a buddy with a Harley with one of those, and it is incredible how good. He is so impressed. He was worried when he got it that it's going to be so much wind noise, or he can't hear me, or I wouldn't be able to hear him because of the wind. But it's absolutely fabulous. So it's kind of set up like that. It has the microphone in the front of your helmet, in the top, and then of course your ear right above your ear, instead of being over your ear, covering your ear, they're above your ear, so that way you can still hear the outside. If there's sirens or if somebody's hollering at you, something like that, you'll be able to hear it. It's not covering your ear. So I've got 2 of those on the way for me and the wife, and we're going to start doing some videos of our rides, and we'll be able to communicate back and forth. So I'll do some reviews of those helmets, the R1 SENA helmets. But and I'll be putting the SENA Prism on there when I use the bicycle, so I'll be recording the video with the SENA Prism. But like I say, the 10C here, the 10C Pro is awesome. I really like it. The video is good enough for me. I mean, some people's worried about having 4K, and honestly, I could care less about recording in 4K, because 99% of you people out there, you're not actually watching in 4K anyway. For one thing, if your computer doesn't have 4K screen, doesn't have 4K capability, you're not going to see it in 4K anyway. And if your connection, even if you have 4K capability, if your connection is not good enough, it won't play in 4K anyways. So everybody thinks they're watching it in 4K if they go to a 4K video, but that's not necessarily true. So anyway, I record this on 1080p, 60 frames per second. The same thing I do on the SENA Prism, and the videos turn out pretty good. There's not a thing wrong with them. I like this thing because I can have the audio right over my video. I don't have to have another mic connected or wires ran. I mean, I just got my 10C Pro and it's wired to the helmet. So when I start recording videos, my intercom system goes right on the video, and if my wife's talking to me on it, her voice is heard in the conversation, or anybody that was in the group, if we're riding, you would hear everybody in the conversation over this video. So anyway, that's my review of the, kind of just a short review of the SENA 10C Pro after I've had it quite a while now, ever since they come out. I've had one actually before a lot of them was out in the stores, and I'm extremely happy with it. So that's my review on the SENA 10C Pro. Also, like I said, I'll be doing the R1 helmets from SENA before long, so keep your eye out for those. And thank you all for watching. I'm going to put a link below to SENA. You can check out their stuff. But thank you all for watching. Click the thumbs up on this video, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Right on.